There's nothing better than requiring you to pick a lock so that you can get in a boat so you can drown yourself because you have no skill in the boat.
I actually have skill in boat. I just keep throwing
Oh,
crap
okay.
on it. I've got, as I said, I'm actually got professional level with small boats. I just
Oh
keep
my.
rolling rubbish.
I wouldn't have guessed that from your earlier
No, no.
stuff. But now you're building up your gondola skills, so eventually you can go to Venice and
Yeah.
work. It'll be awesome. Of course, your Italian and singing will need work. Mind you, I don't know if gondoliers actually sing in Italian, but by God, they should.
Um,
It's about 3 in the afternoon. You've been messing around for a couple hours. There's some kids and stuff. They're jogging around. Some of the overachiever fucks, stuff like that. You notice the weather is once again good. In fact, the weather is always good. However, when you look at the forest, it looks kind of much more dark, ominous, and twisted over there. And over here, it's nice. And over there, it's dark, ominous, and twisted.
is there any guards or anything at the forest?
No, but you
Besides,
know that if
yes.
any of the other kids see you going in there, especially if they're from a different house, your ass will get reported. All they have to do is go, red sleeve guy going into the forest. They'll be like, "Oh, house bobcat," and then your house will be put on double secret probation or some shit.
Of an evening, do they do roll call or anything like that when we're back in
There,
our rooms?
you know, you would think that they would, but there is no roll call at all in the school, Pete.
So there's no checking at all to
They
make
don't
sure
even do a
everybody.
vet check. You could have one kid eating the other kids, like that fat guy in the Lost TV show was eating all the other Islanders, and nobody would fucking know. The teachers
Okay.
don't do roll call in the classes. They seem to forget students' names. It's almost as though, give me a psychology roll.
Psychology. I don't think I've even got. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's almost as though you are the headmaster of the school. That's it. Yes, you've pieced it all together. You're actually the headmaster.
Of course, I'm number one,
Dun dun dun
not
dun.
number two. I'm number one.
There you go.
You are number one. Okay. I am going to go to the theatre and downstairs into the Phantom of the Opera area.
Are you doing the Mr. Rogers? Do you know who Mr. Rogers is? Did you ever watch that as a kid?
No.
No? Okay. One of his weird customs is every time he'd come into his house, he'd be singing a song and they'd take off his sweater and shoes and put on a different sweater and shoes because this is indoor shit for some fucking reason I never figured out. And
Okay.
so I was thinking maybe you do that, but with the Phantom of the Opera cloak every time you go in there.
Well, yes, I was going to put the mask and cloak on when I go in there.
Neat. Yeah, if you ever learned singing and shit, then you'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once again, you're back there. I'm disappointed. I thought you'd figure out some more shit, but okay. You are back in the weird, creepy Phantom of the Opera
No,
hideout
because
far
I'm
beneath
going to
the.
get stuff and come back.
Ah,
So yes, all right. Any indication of anybody else being here?
yes. Some of, but you're not sure who
No,
or whom.
no.
Yeah. It appears that this area has a surprising amount of traffic. However, it could all be PC's traffic. You're not really sure.
That's right.
It could just be all the PCs are actually the Phantom of the Opera, which is just odd and confusing. But it would come as a surprise to no one.
All right. So by the river where the boat was,
Mm-hmm.
there was like a living area, living quarters or something, in a bathroom, and that was the only stuff down there.
Yep. Well, there's all kinds of like cool looking stuff, but it's all stage props.
Yeah,
old
yeah.
stage props at that. I mean, also there is a old-fashioned pipe organ, but it looks like it will require the fix or repair pipe organ skill to get it back into working order. But this, of course, would be the kind of thing that while you're wearing your mask and cloak, if you want to play that and stuff in order to further illustrate your insanity to the audience. But first, it needs to be fixed. It's a DIY project.
Yeah, I'll have a tinker with it out of curiosity.
Excellent. Give me a fix repair organ roll, please.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Shut up, you horrible cunt.
Nah, it's broken.
All right, great.
I don't know how to fix this thing. All right, I'm going to take the boat out to Genovia.
Give me a gondola roll, please. Gondola splash drown.
No gondola roll.
Excellent. Give me a swimming roll as you attempt to remount your gondola.
It wasn't a fumble.
All right. Well, it goes in circles for a while. It appears that Genovia is out of bounds to you.
I shall.
This is what happens because you can't do opera, Italian, singing, nothing.
Yes, yes. Is it possible because if it's the walls, basically to use the walls to pull the boat along the walls?
They're kind of slimy and stuff. That's why the using the pole is definitely the easiest way, and it seems that it is completely impossible.
Does the river flow? Is it flowing or anything? It's still.
Yep. I mean, you could just dive in and try swimming and stuff, but then you're going to be all washed up. You'll probably lose all your valuable shit to the bottom of it, etc.
And I'm not very good at swimming, so I'd likely drown.
Perfect. I mean, now if you had lockpicking, you could go steal one of the rowboats. Somehow manage to smuggle it in here, and then you could use rowboat instead of gondola skill.
Yes.
So you pull your boat in a circle until you get tired. What next?
I don't know. I suspect I'm sitting out in the middle of the water at the moment.
Yeah. You can try again to pull over to the dock. If you just want to reach over and clunk the dock a few times, I'll give you a +10 to your gondola thing to get back to your own dock that you started from, and then you live here now.
Okay.
The pole does nothing.
Stupid pole. Oh, I should have done that. Didn't even think of that. All right.
It just shows you sitting there all depressed.
I'm actually
mask and shit.
I'm actually going to sit here for half an hour or so and just listen and look around.
Okay.
Just
Give
to
me
see
an
on the
amazing luck roll to see if something on the off chance happens.
Yeah, I just thought just in case somebody actually.
Sure.
Besides the PCs actually come here. Not amazing.
Great.
Made it, but nothing special.
A half an hour has passed. You just sit there listening to water dripping.
Yeah, and I'll have another go at trying to get somewhere then.
Give me an amazing pole roll. Pull your boat.
Nope. Oh, almost.
Thrash around for a while.
Yeah.
You're trying to row using the pole, which is hilarious.
Yes.
You know, if you'd stolen an extra rope, you could try your lasso skill to lasso onto the dock and haul it over.
Haul it in.
As it is, you're pretty sure you're going to drown and die, or they're going to find a little itty bitty 11-year-old skeleton dressed in the Phantom of the Opera thing inside this fucking boat.
How deep is the water here?
You're not really sure, but according to the pole, it's deeper than your head.
I was going to say, that's pretty much what I was going to use. How deep is it according to the pole?
Way too deep.
Yep. All right.
And the bottom is like the sucky mud type stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
How wide is the river?
It's pretty wide. You can't touch the sides with the pole and stuff.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you might be able to reach out and tap it, but that also could overbalance you. I don't recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
It is very gothic down here.
Yes.
You're thinking if I'll give you a plus 20 on your swimming if you leave the boat here, dive over, leave the pole here, boat here, dive over, and just try one desperate attempt for the close by dock. Of course, if you don't make it, then you may end up drowning yourself. You'll then be reduced to normal skill. Because otherwise, you're going to sit here until you fucking die of thirst. Well, actually, thirst would be a hard one. Until you die of starvation, which will take weeks.
32. All right. Yes, I will attempt.
Go, gadget plus 20 for your first initial attempt. Because you have no walk on water spell.
Nope. And I'm out of magic points anyway, so.
Perfect.
Where is it? There it is.
And you're all wet.
Nope.
Cool. You're now floundering around madly, feeling the clothing attempting to suck you down. Give me a luck roll, mainly for your goggles, because those are really cool and they'll probably be in the bottom of the water. But a luck roll full.
All right, I might spend a hero point on that.
Logan just shakes his fucking head. Yeah, I knew those goggles were fucking not long for this world.
Yeah. Can't wait till I told Doc about the goggles I found and then lost in the water.
That would be hilarious. I'll bet he'd fucking dredge this whole area trying to find those fuckers too.
Made my luck roll this time.
Great. Now, if you want to continue trying to swim, basically, you may end up dying. You're going to be at full swim, not a bonus, full swim.
Yeah.
Your clothes are off. But each time you miss it, you're going to take a D4 stun until you finally run out of stun. And since there's no lifeguards, at that point you will drown and then get to experience the resurrection thing in this game and see what it does to your stats and skills.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Yep. So D4, you say?
Yep. You're
One.
pretty much doing
Freshing.
Yeah. You're thinking they don't really teach swimming at this school either, which is just a shame.
Oh, that was lovely.
That'll give you double damage on yourself as you attempt to drown yourself.
Yuck.
God damn. Are you dead yet?
No.
Yay. Go ahead and give me another swim roll as you take a big old mouthful of mud.
Oh, that was so close. And that's that.
How you doing on hit points now?
4 left.
4 left?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, Pete. Don't die. It sucks.
Nope. All right. 1 hit point is unconsciousness, isn't it?
I don't recommend the consciousness right now.
Yeah.
Consciousness.
So I'll have to. Yeah, I know. So I'll have to spend a hero point to
get 2 or less. That sucks.
2 or less.
And then hero point time to swim your ass out of here. God damn.
And another hero point.
There you go. Okay, so you're barely alive and desperately needing that fucking swim roll, Pete. Until you come up with a better way to get around the whole boating thing.
Hey, critical.
Hey! I don't fucking believe it. I thought you were going to die. Okay, great.
I was going to have a massive hero point, even more hero points drained out of me.
Yeah, you've definitely been getting some drained out of you. Right. You're laying on the dock. You got mud all over your face where for some reason you thought pushing off of the bottom of the fucking mud river with your face was the right thing to do. And you're laying there gasping for air. Eventually, like after an hour, you're ready. You put yourself together That was probably the closest to death you've come. You had a lot of near death things, but one of the phrases you got, since you were so close to death, is you kept hearing the phrase, the thrice bound man, the thrice bound man. You have no fucking idea what it was. It's probably just all those chemicals flooding into your mind going, oh, we're going to fucking die. Take a card for surviving
then.
I'm hoping you figure out, because there is a simple way to get around the whole boating thing. But, well, it's not simple, but the players are clever. They'll figure it out. So, enjoy. You actually, wait, give me a jury rig roll to figure out a possibility.
1 sec. I've got magic item goes bye-bye.
I think you mentioned before you were bringing junk magic items from home.
Yes, I did specifically state I was grabbing the decoder rings.
Yep.
So, down decoder ring.
Yes. They tried to get those glasses twice, by God, but we're not going to fucking let them have it now.
I'm going to have to go visit Burlington and stock up. I'm down to 1 decoder ring.
Ooh. Well, fortunately, just saying, I go to Burlington, stock up, since you know how to do it. You've been there before and you even know how to get there. Once you get to a place that has that kind of thing.
Yes, but once I can get to a way to get to Burlington.
Right. Go ahead and give me a jury rig roll as you lay there on the docks. You've got plenty of time to do gasping, contemplating.
Yes.
You're thinking if you were to turn on a lightsaber while looking into the part that the beam comes from, that may help. Yeah.
Thankfully, I don't have a lightsaber.
Yeah. It'll be fun. So anyway, right. Fortunately for you, there's other clothes and stuff down here. They are prop clothes, but yeah, wearable. And you've got other school uniforms back in the room and stuff. It's probably about dinner time.
Yes, I'll go and get cleaned up and go to dinner.
Excellent. Yeah, the other kids are just chattering away. None of them went through a near-death experience today. Yeah. You've got a few more hours till nightfall. Some of the kids are going out and playing the dumbest kid game ever, which is Kick the Can, which involves a lot of running and shouting in here. Of course, you're invited to go because, they invite pretty much everybody. But I didn't know if you wanted to go play Kick the Can or continue with your nocturnal exploration or what.
I'm going to continue with my exploration. What I'm going to do.
Oh yes.
So if I do that, but I need rope for that. I don't have the rope, but I could get the oars and do that.
Shows them stealing boats and shit, and fucking boat slowly creeping back toward the hull.
Pretty much.
Fuck your gondola, bitch.
Yeah, because I don't have any. Yeah. All right.
Glad I've got the death system I do in this campaign. I don't know if anybody else talked to you about it, but it's nice to be able to run a campaign where people might die as opposed to, well, start a new character. Yeah. Got better shit going than that.
Yes, I know a few of the guys have died at least once.
My favorite was when they greased themselves up so they could get 3 people in the suicide booth. That was my favorite. And that was a total party kill right there. They came back and they were all irritated as fuck. And I was like, you greased yourself up so you could all get in the suicide booth together, and then you hit the start button. What did you think would happen?
And you hadn't thought about what might happen in there.
Yeah. Extra fun. So, and they were grateful to get them all in there at once. So that was fun too. Anyway.
I'm just trying to think if there's any areas I've not really explored. I mean, besides things like the
Several.
Actually, no. I was going to go to the hospital.
Okay. No problem. You wish they had been around earlier to pump your fucking stomach. Let's see. The hospital. Hold on a second. Right. The hospital wing. What you find from poking around there is off of the nurse's office. They have nurses' sleeping rooms. You're not supposed to go in. Off the hospital wing, they have bathrooms. Off the doctor's office, they've got room for doctors to sleep. They have medical off of the hospital wing itself. They have medical staff rooms where they work, do paperwork, shit like that. The only unusual thing is they have an enclosed hospital courtyard. The only way to it is through the hospital, but there's nothing really interesting in the courtyard that you can figure out.
I think my pen is dying.
Nice. Night seems to have fallen, though you do notice as you go into the hospital courtyard, by the time you get all the way there, wander around, it is now nighttime. It's not late enough where people are like, why are you wandering the corridors? But it's definitely dark out.
It's better.
And I'll give you a refill if you do something really super clever right now. Or the thing if you do the thing I'm thinking of that you're not thinking about right now, then you'll get a refill. But I don't think you're thinking of it.
Don't think I have that. Okay, so it's nighttime. Hospital wing is.
It's pretty much a bust. You found all the hidden shit in the hospital wing. The only unusual thing, like I said, is they got their own little hospital courtyard. So if you're all sick and shit, then you go, I go outside and wander around in a circle with my walker or wheelchair or whatever. That's about it.
Yeah. Because I don't know. What I want to check, the enclosed courtyard, but I'm assuming like it's open. Is it open to the sky or is it completely enclosed?
The hospital courtyard?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all right. So I can see the stars and stuff.
Yes. Give me an astronomy roll.
Astronomy. There it is.
Pretty twinkling stars. In fact, it even has a song attached to it.
Yes. Well, what I was wanting to do is I was wanting to look at the stars, get an idea, just pick a couple to take those stars, and then I wanted to go to. There was 2 locations. Where was it? Where? That's right, the science classroom. Basically, what I want to do is I want to compare the sky at a couple of the different wings, just see if it's the same sky, as well as outside area.
Take 2 cards for that. Yes.
All right.
You don't know shit about astronomy, but you find a group of stars and you go, makes a pattern, kind of like a plate with a candle. Yeah, I see that. Cool. Next.
Yeah, pretty much. Are these wings in different time spaces?
That's why the 2 cards, I like that kind of experimentation. Carry on.
Yeah. All right.
Next
indeed.
Oh, you're so close to something fun.
It's got the thing. I can't use the goggles. I wonder. So it could be day, could be night. Yeah, all right. So I'll go to the Demerang corridor out the window, and check the door just in case the timer thing's to do with a day-night situation as opposed to just...
Refill your hand. It opens easily at your touch. Inside, you see a roiling, inky blackness.
As in...
What a fucking great... What a reaction. Huh, he says. That really imparts the sense of awe there. Yes. Okay, carry on.
All right, so are we, by roiling blackness, are we talking about like a gate, or are we
big
talking
time.
about...
You've been through so many gates, you're like, gate. Yeah, there's no doubt in your mind it's a gate. Also, I would like to point out as GM, I do play fair on the gates since we don't have the weird experimentation. There are no death gates in this game because that's just a dick thing. Unless there's heavy foreshadowing, like if there's big room that says death gate, then if you go through it and you die, then you could say, well, truth in advertising.
I am the night, vampires only.
Discard discard and take a new card for you are no vampire.
Redraw. Yeah.
Discard.
Let me just check what else I've got. Prestidigitation plus 20. Am I being followed? All right, I'm going to play Can I Survive? Am I being followed?
Cool. Ironically, they're not quite in sight yet, but those evil kids were coming to fucking try to finish the job without getting their underwear over their head. But if you're to go through the gate and shit now, they would never know where the fuck you went.
So is there space for me to close the door, or is the gate right at the opening?
It's right at the opening. So you're thinking, though, that since it was closed before, blah, blah, blah.
So I'll go back, close the window.
Card. I thought you'd forget the window.
Before
you see the kids coming down the hall in the distance, and they're doing the fucking, we're angry and motivated and confused because he keeps walking around like he's the little princess and then beating the shit out of us.
Well, I was half tempted to go and mess with him again, especially because I've got phase up at the moment.
God damn.
That's a no. He hits you phase and see their reaction.
Probably not really happy is my guess. So what do you do?
Yeah, like we do every time we come across an unknown gate. See what's
Dive
on the other side, of course.
Excellent. You go in and it shows you disappear, and then it shows the door go closing.
Yep.
And congratulations, you are now somewhere else.
Yeah. Yep. Let me just... Sorry, I was just double checking to see if there's any cards I want to keep before dishing them for the refill.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the Dropbox thing for you to download at your convenience.
Yeah. I'll keep that one.
That's how we roll.
I might consider that later. 7 cards.
It's what we call Pete's Tour of the Multiverse.
Damn, red writing in there. Let's read the red writing.
Red writing.
Ah, that's all right. Cyberpsychosis. Discard and draw a new card. All right. Dreamland. Discard and draw a new card. Assistant reroll. Plugging greed. Outdoors person. Permanent plus 10% to your choice of one of the following. Parachuting, skiing, specific type of survival, or trap building. Now, I'll add it to survival woods.
Good call. There are a lot of woods around in the place you came
that
from.
Seems to be the common one we encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we go hang out in Beast Genovia.
Hmm.
Agree. Dissemination. Placed into one or two if they get one card each. Different players. It specifies players, so that's no use.
Well, you can still play it and then discard those cards, or just you could just play it and get a refill if you wanted to. It's the old-fashioned leader. It's the old leadership card.
Yeah, I was just thinking whether or not plus 20 that would have been useful before. Fancy footwork. And okay, all right. I was just thinking, and sweetness and light in there, which may come in handy shortly, depending on what I find. All right, map. Gothic. Another Gothic place. Download.
Once again, you are an adult in the fucking school uniform. Because that's how you roll.
And yoink, yoink, yoink. Yeah, oops.
I was curious to see when people would get to the zone.
All right, so whereabouts did I come out?
If you look at about the middle of the map, bottom thing, it says the Helton, second finest hotel in town. It's near the ritzy area of town.
Hang on a second. Let me zoom. About the middle of the map. As in where everything goes out from?
Okay, you see where everything goes out from? Goes south from there. Everything goes out from downtown center tram stop, goes south on that, almost due south to
Lammer
ritzy
Hall.
area.
Lambden Hall, I should say.
Lambourne Hall, yeah, that area.
Lambourne Hall, yep.
Your ritzy area of town's right under that.
Now, those ritzy area of town, yep.
And it says Helton, second finest hotel in town.
Yes, and I noticed exactly what's next to it.
Well, right now in Helton, you've discovered a new area. It's not one that shows up on the map. It's called the smoking room. You seem to be the only person in the smoking room, although there are, I forget what it's called, the places where you keep the cigars and shit so they don't go bad.
Humidor,
thank you. Yes, there are humidors of cigars, things to smoke them with, the big wing back chairs and such. Looking at this room, give me a architecture roll.
Architecture. Let me go back to the actual. Nope.
Cool. You say, I'm in a room. It's awesome.
Yep.
Free cigars.
Where the hell did that go? Close window. Relaunch.
As he goes to yet another fucking map. By the way, since you're just kind of poking around, you let me know when you're running short on time and stuff, because I'm good for whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have anything planned for Sunday, so Linda is got judging, assisting with judging for nationals at the photo club, but I don't. So she won't be back till later, till in the afternoon sometime.
I tell you, that is, if you don't mind me saying, that is the advantage of older women versus younger women. Older women have their own hobbies, lives, interests. Younger women, a lot of times it's sucker fish onto guy.
Yeah, yep.
I'm sure you've already thought about that, and by gosh, you guys seem to work well together. And she tolerates me, and I think that's a winning thing. Well, I am the fucking weird dude who just kind of pops in and out, if you think about it, right?
Yep.
I have as far as I'm aware, I have absolutely no interests in common with her. So in her book, I am probably the weird random dude. which is fine.
Okay, so looking, is there any pictures on the wall in the smoking room?
Yes, there are various pictures, but honestly, the architecture role was kind of a meta role to see if you could piece together shit. You need more information badly.
Yeah. So what I mean is the pictures, are they of people or are they of just landscapes?
Mostly landscapes and stuff like that. But also the gate you came through, two-way.
Really?
It's kind of, yeah, it's hidden back behind one of those. There's a special name for those screens that in the old movies the women would change behind in the sexy fashion.
The folding
Yeah,
screen.
folding screens, yes. Um, there's a special name to them, but I don't know what it is. But anyway, the gate is behind one of the folding screens. It's a two-way gate, roiling darkness and shit. You're hoping the door opens so that you don't get just slowly squished against it, which would be an awkward.
Somebody help! Somebody!
Somebody please open this door nobody ever goes to or knows about.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
you found that pretty fucking quick, actually. So happy days. I was kind of worried that nobody would find that one, because it's just one of those, whatever.
Well, various people have been told in the past that there's normally at least 3 gates per zone. So,
Oh yeah, I actually had to make. There's so many gates in this now. I've had to make lists and shit.
Yeah. So it was just a thing of where is the 3rd gate?
Yeah, never hurts to do that.
Where we arrived was the 1st gate.
Mhm.
The theater was the 2nd gate. Then chances are there was a 3rd gate out there somewhere.
Mhm.
Possibly more, but being
Ooh.
due to the nature of the place. But let's start with that. The Arcology District. All right, so Rittenhouse again.
So, do you want to go on out, or?
Yes, I will. If
You are in the ritzy area of town,
sorry, just quick question: is the smoking room lit?
Oh yes.
How?
Oh, you're gonna ask how? Yes, take a card, you evil bastard. It is actually lit with oil lamps and stuff.
Okay.
Well, you need more information. But once you go out to the ritzy area of town, then what you get to figure out is
so when I leave the smoking room, first of all,
you go through the hotel, but it's a busy enough, fancy enough place that people kind of ignore you.
All right. So are they human? Are they beast?
Yes, totally human. Everybody's human.
Right. First of all, yep, human. All right. Second of all, I suppose because it's ritzy, so the clothing is not modern, I'm assuming.
Okay, looking at good point.
21st century modern.
Okay, it's a mix between post cyberpunk and kind of older fashion and post apocalyptic.
Bizarro.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, so I'm possibly there then. Okay, so then that's potentially then I'm in the Gothic post-apocalyptic 2151 then.
Yes, in fact.
Let us see if that is the truth of it as I go further.
Heading out into the ritzy area and looking around, you totally are. Bad news on the Australian embassy. It doesn't seem to be your Australian embassy. In fact, it seems to be a hotel called the Australian Embassy.
Okay, now, interesting. So when somebody said, isn't there a hotel called the Australian Embassy in the other place?
See how all this shit hooks together like fucked up Legos? Now, fortunately, the guards have not yet determined you are poor, but this area does have a heavy guard presence. Also, you remember how in the
cool. Sorry, go on.
In the crapsack cyberpunk world, the buildings went up through the fog and stuff.
Yes. Yep.
Some of those buildings are visible from distance, but like sheared off, like purposely cut down the side, and then
Okay,
the
yeah.
bottom part's inhabited and shit. Because if you have them too tall, eventually they'll fucking crack. And there's even some that are like leaning into each other, like partially collapsed, leaning Tower of Pisa type deal into other buildings and shit. So yeah, it looks like it's just a bizarre thing of that. And the vehicles here are freakish. They have you could get like they have Hansoms that drop off people, but they also have Mad Max looking cars and stagecoaches and just horses, all kinds of weird shit here.
Okay, so it is a mix of. Well, even
You're
though it's a
reading the
hotel,
note and stuff,
yeah,
aren't
yeah,
you?
I'm scrolling around, looking at all the different locations. I should do this more organically. What I'll do is,
Well, same rules apply with the school as far as exploration and shit.
yeah. No, I just mean I should, instead of just scrolling around, I will. First of all, I'll go to the Australian Embassy, the
Okay.
hotel.
Yes, this is a freakishly expensive hotel. Nobody here is Australian,
Yeah.
or at least they don't sound Australian. They probably might not even recognize an Australian accent. But yeah, it's just it looks like the Hilton was the second nicest. This may well be the nicest hotel.
Excuse me.
The guy at the desk looks, his eyes narrow as he sees your school uniform.
Uniform, yes, and my satchel.
He just looks at you and says, "Sir," with a question mark at the end, like he's not sure if you are.
Silly question. Is there an actual Australian embassy around here anywhere?
No, sir. It's a brand name.
Bummer. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Quick
I shall-
AFK for Logan as you
Yes,
climatize yourself.
Quick bio myself.
Right. As you're wandering through the streets of yet a new city, you're thinking, you know, I should always carry gold on me. I can't hear you. You've muted yourself, sir.
Yep, pretty much.
So, where to?
I'm assuming it is night here.
It is. I'm not going to get all fancy and figure out day and night cycles for different places because honestly, I don't think I can keep track of it.
All right. Well, I guess
you're
I'll
good.
wander. Sorry.
No problem. You wander.
Library.
Okay, hold on. There's that. And I believe the library has got two problems here. Let's see what I'm right. Yes, I am. Okay, two problems. The first is that it's a members only library. Second is it's nighttime, hence closed. There are still people inside, but it is closed and members only.
Yeah.
And when it's open, you can find out what's needed for a membership. By library standards, it's not a immense library. It's maybe as large as a medium-sized town public library type thing, but where to next? keep in mind, many things seem to be closed. I mean,
Yes.
for
Yes.
you, it's not really that. For your character, it'd be a huge pain in the ass to go, I get money and come back. But in order to speed shit up, if you go, Logan, I know how to go get money. I go through this. The only problem is I gotta get that fucking boating roll, and that'll kill your ass. But or swimming, which will also kill your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You need water wings.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can.
I was thinking that. I was thinking if I can get to a location where I can get a inflatable vest or something, or water
Then you
wings,
wouldn't
or
take damage. I'd
or,
let you roll until you made it or killed yourself.
yeah, or a inflatable tire or a tire,
Oh
or
yeah, there's so many possibilities to keep your ass
yeah.
from
No, I had
drowning.
thought of all that. It was just a matter of I need to get my hands onto them.
Yep. I do like that your character is very powerful in some areas, but just like Doc Fulton, water is his fucking nemesis.
Yeah.
Doc Fulton knows he's going to die in water. He's nearly died in water a few times too.
All right. So let's close. The furniture maker will be closed. Haberdashery closed.
Actually, when you're hanging out near the haberdashery, why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden or something? Yeah, that sounds good.
Spot hidden for the haberdasher.
Mm-hmm.
It's by half.
You notice that considering it's closed and stuff, they have a fairly shocking amount of discreet people entering the haberdashery.
How
And
large is it? How large a building is it?
it's fairly large. Give me an architecture roll for yet more information. You're thinking it's not.
93 fumble.
You're thinking that it could be an actual spaceship that's been partially buried in the ground. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Maybe, or it's bigger
Maybe
on
one
the
of
inside than the outside. It's a
Yes.
TARDIS.
Yes.
It has a shocking number of people that are going to it, and all of them are dressed up like fancy dress stuff. It's like the people in tuxes and the really expensive dresses just happen to be slipping in the, like, after knocking and the slide opens into the eyes, and you can give me a listen roll at -30. You're ways away and shit and hearing the stuff. Because you may actually get to hear that apparently they're giving a password to get in.
Yeah. Nah, just failed by a couple.
Sounds like
Is it both? Is it both men and women, or is it mainly men?
No, men and women. Your initial guess, although you're thinking it's wrong, is speakeasy, but you're thinking it's wrong.
Yeah, it has that feel about it, but yeah.
Right.
And the people that are going there, or are they all really well dressed? And
yeah, you couldn't get in dressed like this. You're certain of that.
Yeah, and they're dressed like they're going out in the town, or
I mean, the only reason you're thinking couldn't be a speakeasy is in the post-apocalypse, alcohol is probably not illegal. That's the main deciding thing.
Yeah. Assuming that would really screw with. We never established that actually.
You're gonna get all the kids in the school drunk, aren't you? You're horrible fucking.
No. Well, the laws of reality changed, and certain chemical reactions no longer worked.
Right.
Do chemical drinks even exist in this new reality?
Good question.
Wouldn't that screw with Alex?
That would totally fuck with Alex.
Especially goes, go somewhere else, get some whiskey and bring it in. You drink it.
And it tastes bad. Oh, that's just take a card for being mean to Alex while he's not here. Oh, did you start laughing from reading the Houses of Negotiable Affection Avenue places?
No, I hadn't gotten to that yet.
Great. Okay, well, I like that you decided to explore it. What was the word you used?
Organically.
Yes, let's do that. I like that. So that's pretty much the ritzy area of town. You've got to see that.
All right, so I'll get rid of fancy.
Only the
for
straight
a
lines
moment.
connect. If a line crosses it, it's not a connection.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so haberdasher, there is some sort of club or something going on there. You got the bars. Oh yes, sorry, that was what I was going to ask you, just to confirm my suspicions.
Mhm.
Does the library have a name on it, or do any of these buildings? I mean, the Helton and the Australian Embassy have names on them, but
Yes.
does the library or the furniture maker, etc., have names on them?
I'm
I'm basically trying to see if there's a name of a city or something like San Angeles Library or something or other library or.
No. We'll have to explore and find out. We'll find out together. Yeah.
Yes.
The skyline. Yes.
Yeah, I know. You said it's.
You are
it
definitely
looks,
in San Angeles.
Yeah.
You recognize.
Just
you
there's
lived
potentially
here.
could have been. Yeah, or just said potentially could be other cities from the cyberpunk world that had similar design.
You've been to so many iterations of San Angeles. This is a new fucked up one, but you'd be willing to bet your testicles that this is San Angeles.
Yeah.
And the link I gave you is for the price list.
Yeah.
So, and if you ever find money. So where to next?
I'll hold up those two people over there. No, I will not do that.
I was going to say, I think it's hilarious that the only thing keeping you from money is a boat. Because otherwise it'd just be like, I go get money. You have money. No, there's an evil boat and a water hazard and a boat. They're keeping you from it. Fantastic. It can be overcome with cleverness, though, so I'm happy with that. Cleverness is not learning to use the boat. I mean, otherwise.
Yeah.
Although learning to use the boat, not a bad thing either. So, where to?
Yeah, I just need to get a boat that I can actually use with my skill.
I think the only way out of here is pretty much to downtown center, yeah?
Yeah, it's either that or I can't get to the beach from here. Yes, so main town square.
From here, there's a lot of different ways it can go.
Town center. Houses of negotiable affection street. Down market, public bars, the beast with two backs, the come and go, the out in, the haunted vagina, and a place where you can wash up, sleep the night, and have sex called Bed Bath and Beyond. I can tell you had fun with that. Naming that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go that away.
You're gonna see a lot of half-naked men and women and shit. Great.
Let's not go there because I doubt I'll be allowed in there. So let's zoom back from that spot and go to the next one up.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of pathways, so just let me know which one you're.
I was looking at the Ovaltine Fortress and decided that I probably wouldn't get very far going that way.
Always remember to drink your Ovaltine.
Well, I do have my Ovaltine decoder ring, so maybe if I flash that, that'll let me in. Or just look at me weirdly and lock me up as some crazy guy.
Yeah. Let's see.
Viceroy's. Sorry?
Since you're in the town center, let me see if I can give you a little bit more information. General say description. Handsome cabs, repurposed cars. Some people ride bicycles. Some ride motorcycles. The cars, motorcycle, anything that uses an engine seems to instead be spewing out the kind of white smoke. Your guess is that they're not, and it's a hell of a lot quieter. Your guess is they're not using fuel here. They're using Magitech.
So they're using what's it called? Fulgurite?
Fulgurite, yes. Although that's the fancy name. Everybody just calls it Chris, CRYS. Let me give you some pictures here. to help show some
Sorry,
of
how do you actually spell fulgurite?
FUL. Oh, wait, here. Oh, I can fucking do it easy for you. Here, you're going to like this. Okay, on the pictures. Yep, there you go. Upper left.
Chris, that makes it a lot easier. Just so I've got it written down correctly.
Okay, now.
Fulgurite. Fulgurite. All right.
Actually, you're going to have a much easier time than the evil boat thing. So here's some random pictures. The architecture style, if you're familiar with it, that is predominant in the city is brutalist. Do you know the brutalist architecture?
Yeah, very, very almost Soviet.
Yes, a lot of concrete and hard angles and shit like that.
And mass produced, yeah. Because
also
spent 2 days at St. Petersburg, so
yes.
I saw a lot of the apartments and stuff. And
exactly. Here's a funny thing. According to Sergey, my buddy from Ukraine, their nickname for it is socialist realism. Yeah, they have not a high opinion of these things.
Yeah.
So,
and also, yeah, went to a couple of Eastern German towns, which were pre-Eastern Bloc.
Yep.
Which were previously Eastern Bloc. So yes, with some of the stuff there from Soviet times.
Let me know when you've seen all those pictures, and I'll show you some different pictures.
The only pictures I can see at the
Go down
moment
the bottom.
is
Bottom.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, if you want to tell the audience anything that you're seeing so they can get an idea.
Yeah, it's a mix of Gothic and as described, like there's a Hanson cab there. There's a kid looks like a miner's kid, as in working in the mines. And and the harsh and the Soviet style architecture. Although there's no Soviet apartment blocks.
No, not really. The buildings don't go nearly as high as the Soviets built them because architecturally speaking, after about 3 stories, unless you have modern architecture, you start to get in shaky ground. I think they go up to 5 or 6 stories here maximum. Some of the old Shornoff buildings may be a bit higher, but okay, going to the next page of pics.
So the door knocker with the skull and the tentacles.
Yep,
is that a particular location, or is
that it's just some random
icon? Yeah, just the theme of the not the theme, but the styling of the places.
There you go. And there's some of the pictures of some of the mishmash of stuff. Like I forget what it's called, but the horse that pulls the streetcar.
Oh, thing. Yeah. The horse-drawn tram.
Yep. Stuff like that, mixed with Mad Max cars. Now, I would like to point out that the Mad Max cars seem to be driven by pretty posh people. Like, because Magitech shit is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So, going back to the map for you to wander around. Let me know when you're done looking at those.
Yep.
I love having these fucking interesting worlds with all kinds of weird shit going on. Let me know where you're wanting to head next, and by God, we'll
I was
go there.
going to go to Viceroy's Avenue.
Viceroy?
Viceroy. Viceroy's
upscale shopping.